no other hero instead of AoE control. And Invoker has AoE control.
That's true.
And it scales a lot better.
But this obviously means that Quoth is playing the lone druid in this.
Do go up versus the Dazzle. And S4, pretty aggressive build, two chains. Sometimes you'll see the one slight. Like if you get rooted and you don't have ult or you don't want to use it, you can just slide and kind of waste half the duration of the entangling roots. So you don't take that much damage, but
Okay. This could be first blood right now. Loda made it think like Keizu was going to find himself a kill. They've still got glimpse available, so with the time walk down, Keizu's in trouble. He has to run north, but he doesn't have enough time to buy him. This will be first blood going the way of Alliance. Actually,
that's pretty smart by them.
And that gives the advantage to Alliance, starting off here in game number 2. You've still got Kuiper on team, and they're coming down the bottom. The Sentry Ward's down right now for Yapsor, so we saw EGM coming in, but Era has to go through the tree line. AdmiralBulldog comes in close, there's your first heal, and Yapsor, he can tether and as well as get the burst heal, thanks to 6 charges and as well as the bottle, but because he came in so close, it allowed AdmiralBulldog to get the extra damage. I suppose Searing Chains, the Flame Guard Burn, and the Whirling Death, killing off the dual safe lane.
That was very patient play by S4. Really waiting for the Searing Chains. There's a chance that he can like Death Pulse and then TP out, especially if the Wisp is healing him.
Shallow Grave going to go over on Cinder, and that wall can't lock him in. Slaughter's going to go down. Looks like backing.
I don't think it's particularly great versus their lineup. Could also just be a battle fury.
Amplification. Massive amounts of stuns. Keizu, 3 seconds was left on time walk. And he was
really know what's happening in this bottom lane at all.
Oh, Cinder's over on the side shop. He's buying a TP scroll, but now he might have to self-grave, or else he's going to go down. EGM comes in close. There's the self-grave with the burst heal. Era can't really lend that much more of a hand. He's got Death Pulse in 1 second, but 1 second is too long.
They're going for a glimpse in the mid lane.
Yeah, they're going to drag back Yapsor with the amplification on, put inside the storm. There's just no way to get out of this one. Lowe's going to go for just protective crush. Worried about being entangled. Both hits from the Court for Bear are unable to hit that entangle. So 2 quick picks by Alliance, and they go 6-1 now on the board, looking very nice.
Both supports on Alliance are playing very well. De-warding, constant wards, and putting pressure on all 3 lanes, whereas Escape, they're pretty light on the sentry wards. There are no sentries on their side, and they're not doing a good job protecting Era. He's just dying over and over.
They TP too long. This will now be a tier 1 for a tier 1 and tier 2 tower trade if Alliance is looking for that. Instead, they're going to glimpse back Yapsor. They find the kill over on the IO. He spends practically all of his money before death. But these
Wisps just seems like he's going to die over and over and maybe even feed some track kills now that EGM's 6.
They found Keizu. Question is, just how far do you want to glimpse? The answer is not at all. Era's going to come in, the Death Pulse. Keizu needs a second longer. But he did not have it. Druid against a Timbersaw and a Slaughter.
But Alliance had better mobility. They had to blink on the Slaughter.
Oh, they find EGM. Era now, well, if he's going to throw down the ulti, just hold EGM there. That's exactly what he's going to do. It's not enough to put him on the sidelines for the extended period of time. But a kill is an EGM. Kuiper got to bring that bear back over again. But it's just a little bit too far away, so it wasn't there for the entangle, and AdmiralBulldog initiates Synderen. Not enough mana for a shallow grave, but AdmiralBulldog, not enough life to survive. He'll actually have to use the Bloodstone charges. Kill himself. Synderen still doesn't have enough for that shallow grave. Well, if that's been told to the rest of his team, and in comes Loda again. Akke with that side puts down Synderen, another Shadow Wave. He'll dodge the Timber Chamber. Can he dodge S4? Synderen will finally go down the track at the last moment, but entangle on S4. He's going to lose his life, buying up his weapons before death, so trying to save as much money as possible. EGM is also slowly ticking down the radius, but he gets rid of Lone Druid's Bear. The resummon will now kick up, and Katie backed off cooldown, so they just commit the Chronosphere and now kill off AdmiralBulldog. He used Suicide previously, and this time around, he's going to die the old-fashioned way. The bear sticking with him, the Wisp Spirits, or Willy, he's still surviving. The chain up, stay on the run into the tree lines. He's actually cut through the tree line, give himself a little bit of a path to escape. With the Savage Roar, they move up behind him. So Era will pick himself up, a double kill. Scouts out the farming Bulldog. Put down another Obs and Sentry. Opens the scout after the bounty, and the ultimate, not enough damage. Akke has launch charges, triggers them off and gets himself just far enough away, but then again, the Urn Charge is going to kill him inside the base. So a kill still goes the way of Io. Arrow, they throw down a new sentry, so they see EGM. And now S4 wants to go. Era the most revealed. They should jump forward. They need to keep Era alive. Shallow Grave going to be used in the Savage Roar. Trying to make it to Alliance have to disengage. They'll reload with a glimpse back in Era. Looking for another opening. He can't get his ulti down. That wouldn't be enough to kill off S4. Then now the Storm from Akke splits the fight up. There's so easy walking money if they can pick it off. But a quick resummon from Koitva. Now a glimpse once again. Dragging K2 back in again. They have huge amounts of damage. Finding the kill.
Into an ult, so it's not guaranteed. Guarantee would be something to cast point like what did.
Here we go. Walks in, gets it. In comes to relocate. Era the damage with the Dagon. They put him down. 77 seconds on the sideline. Koitva's being chased.
Very smart item pickup by him to deal with the split push. They don't have that much lockdown, but if you're almost guaranteed to get your chrono off, then S4 won't be that farmed.
Can someone get rid? Alliance are probably expecting it.
No, there's smoke. The Wisp is separated from the rest of the team.
Dazzle's going to reveal, however. Cinder is the first one. The Storm came up very, very quickly. And that meant no Shallow Grave, but that also means now Storm is down. Era looking for a kill over on Akke. He can throw the ulti down, that would get rid of him, but they're going to rely on the urn charges to pick out Akke instead, and they look for a bigger target with Era. And there it is. It's going to be AdmiralBulldog put into the sidelines. Era's still got more space thanks to the entangle over on Loda and the follow-up chrono. Era's just on the edge, but he's not inside of it. So 3 heroes lost for all.
And he doesn't have DOT, so if they take a fight around the dire ticket stop, it'll take him a good 30 seconds to get there. But the problem is, Era is very difficult to kill at this point of the game.
Especially when he's got friends. So they bring down the melee racks. It happens just before the 30-minute mark. And it's all, heck, this is what we've seen from Escape previously. One decent fight for them. This is how they got their huge kills, their win streak as no diggity. They would always run this Koitva lone druid. They just need one good fight, and then they punish so hard, ripping through the melee rack. Alliance still want to fight. Era doesn't have his ulti off cooldown just yet. 18 seconds. The Bears finish the job. So you bring down double melee. Koitva caught inside the Storm. So is Heizu. They have enough damage. The one-shots can't come off. The tether being used to make sure the Koitva can stay alive, but Loda gonna BKB up again. This bear just wants an entangle on Loda, and it's gonna get it as well. Loda has to remain where he is. He'll crush over on the bear, but I'm looking at Era. He's got his ulti up. That's why the Loda Storm has to use to protect Loda, and Alliance will retreat back out again. Bulldog back to the front lines, and this time Era will go down. The Aegis Immortal will trigger. He's all by his little lonesome. They put the Shark Room on him. He throws down the ulti, kills EGM before death. But S4 picks up a triple kill, but the damage is done.
Dispelling track. It will help versus like chain fees with the amp.
Era jumps. Akke ulti. Boom. 80 seconds. Goodbye.
So, but
oh, Synderen. Does EGM really want to attack him? I don't think he knows the K's of the neighborhood. They'll see the TP coming to mid lane. It's S4, and they're making their break for Synderen. There's your chrono. S4 caught out. Relocate's coming in. Era, can he actually? Yep! S4's out. 100 seconds. And they're going to move over to EGM as well. That actually may even be the game. Like, you're going to take megas off this.
Yep, I think so. Unless Timbersaw can work some of his magic over here, but AdmiralBulldog going back to his split-pushing roots, but he's just a Timbersaw.
Yeah, Timber can't hit buildings. Well, he can hit him. He just doesn't do much with it. Era, and a blink crush from Loda. Era, ulti's up in 17. So he's ready to kill once again. Veil up in 6. And they just keep beating the racks. No way to kill the bear. No way to have any level of damage when your Ember Spirit, who's your primary source of physical, is not even there. 30-second window is more than enough. Akke being ripped apart by Keizu. He doesn't have Chronosphere available, but he's going to stand his ground, and that she gets the bash on Loda, holding a position just long enough. And now EGM even entangled. He'll drop down. The side that's back off cooldown. Io will relocate in. They want to end this now. It's going to be on Bulldog, combining up with the Dagon. He's down for 40 seconds. Mass buybacks.
He dies very quickly.
They're coming. Movement from Loda. Smoke's going to break. The bear was the first thing in. S4 triggers his double damage rune. He needs this kill on something, but the Chronosphere. Focus from K2, catching up the two cores. They're going to lose S4. Loda straight after. And there it is. GG, well played. Escape will take game number 2 on the back of a beautiful lone druid push and space created by the Necro. Not to mention just all-round better play coming from Escape this game.
This might be time to ban out that lone druid.
Maybe. But then again, Alliance also like to grab it themselves. They really enjoy that here.
Nice strat.
Yeah, not too bad. Well, not much more to say about that one. We've been winding it down for a bit. Luckily, this now means we'll have a minimum of 4 games here in the grand final.